Welcome back, everyone. This is Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot. This channel is for folks who are on a spiritual path and who know they're on a spiritual path and who are looking for guidance on how to walk their path in a good way. I typically do love and spirituality readings, and as far as the love goes, it can really span all types of relationships. The love of friends, the love of family, certainly romantic love, sexual love, and the love of kindred spirits, you know. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Some of these messages are for very specific people who are watching, and I am connected to higher guidance when I'm channeling these messages. So, just if it doesn't resonate with you, know that it might not be for you, that message. And there are plenty of other YouTube tarot readers who might hold the message for you this month. I do these when I'm guided to. Over the summer, I was guided to do readings that spanned the zodiac signs, so May 21st to June 21st, June 22nd to July 22nd, and then July 23rd through August 23rd. And for some reason, I'm being guided to do monthlies now. So we're going to start with the sign of Virgo, and we're going to go through the 12 signs, and we'll do monthlies for September, love and spirituality readings. I hope you enjoy your reading, and without further ado, here they come. Hey, my dear Libras, welcome to my channel. This is Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot. Happy September. As I was meditating on your energies for the month, I got that this card deck is what wanted to come through for you, and this is The Witch's Tarot by Dugan. I'll have the information down below. The first message that I have for you guys, and this reading is a love and spirituality reading. It's also a reading post-eclipse for every one of the signs that I'm reading for this month. I was meditating on your energy, and I got this it was an image of sort of this tussling going around in your heart, as if you're trying to unwind a conflict of some kind. So that was the image that I got. It wasn't that you were fighting with someone, although it could be that you were fighting with someone, but it was more like you were fighting with your thoughts and your feelings about certain things. And you're that was the image that I got inside your heart, was that. So just take that as a piece of information for you. I'm getting to do a 4-card spread with clarifiers if needed, and we'll pull a spiritual guidance card as well. Okay, so I ask the white light to surround us, the light of protection, understanding, and healing. I ask that Libra's guides come through and speak clearly this day for their understanding. I ask that my guides come through and speak clearly this day for our understanding. May all of my Libra viewers' intentions be heard and answered, and I ask that this reading be for the highest and best of all concerned. I ask this through all my teachers. I want Libras to have love in their lives, to be in loving relationships, to have creative work that is satisfying and fulfilling, and to always be guided towards their highest destiny. Please show us the messages and the energies for Libra for the month of September 2017. Okay, that feels good. Libra, September 2017. What are the messages and energies for Libra? Wants to come. Okay. All right, bottom of the deck for you is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so let's see what cards are coming out for you. First card up is the Eight of Cups in reverse. The second card for you this month is the Page of Wands, upright. The third card is the Moon, also upright. And the fourth card, okay, Page of Swords, also upright. Okay, and this is your spiritual guidance for the month, so I will reveal that at the end of your reading. Okay, let's see. Let's move these cards a little bit. Space for that. Okay, let me just tune in and check out the messages that want to come from your reading. Okay. All right. So, as usual, I do pull angel cards for all the signs prior to their readings, and for you, the angel card that came is the card of purpose. Okay, so the angel of purpose is part of your reading today, giving a little more information. Okay, let me tune in. All right, so first card up, Eight of Cups in reverse. You have walked away from something recently, and you stand in a place today of having walked away from it, right? Because this is the card that, it's the card of the past, recent past that has brought you to the present moment. So in the recent past, there was a need to walk away from something. You've done it, you've walked away, and now you're sort of in the place where this event is behind you. And you've walked away, if you look at this, she's walking away from the 8 cups behind her towards the stars and the moon in front of her, right? So you're walking away for a vision of something better, a vision of something different. And just like you've put the 8 cups behind you in order to walk away, now you're standing in the presence, in the position of having walked away, and even putting the process of walking away behind you, if that makes sense, right? Now, as the month begins to move along, you'll be in this energy. This energy is coming through in the beginning to the early middle of September. Page of Wands. So there is a calling. There's something calling you. If you see this page, and the Ace of Wands was your overall energy at the bottom of the deck, right? So there is a creative project, a creative burst, a creative impulse that is moving you forward. It's calling to you. It's pushing you forward. It's leading you forward. So I would expect either messages that are external through emails, phone calls, propositions from people around you, business-wise, creative-wise, to come through, or impulses from within you, messages to come through. So watch your dreams this month. Watch your daydreams as well. When you catch yourself in a daydream, just step back a little and think, what was I just thinking about? Because those are sometimes the moments when spirit talks to us, is when we're in daydream mode. Hang on one quick second. You might also be the bearer of a piece of news or an idea that you need to share with someone, or shout. The word shout wanted to come through, that you want to shout to someone, like, hey, this is what we need to be doing. So that's the energy that will, after you've walked away from this difficult, old, done situation, that's the energy that's coming through. And that's really good. It's for a lot of the signs after the eclipses of August, there's a lot of new beginnings happening in everyone's lives. And at least everyone who's been talking to me as I do my work, right? Many things ended. Many things were revealed during the eclipses, and now everyone's sort of taking stock of where they're at. And many things have come to an end so that you can have a new beginning. Now, here's the confusion. Middle of the month, the moon. There is a sense of trying to see in the darkness for you. So it's interesting because there's this really clear, bright, youthful message that comes in, or that you're receiving, or that you're giving to someone. And yet, and this is the tussling in the heart, I think, that I was sensing, and yet you've got some part of you that's still in the dark and still confused and still like trying to see intuitively where they need to go, and is acting confused or is genuinely confused. So work with that side of you. See what that side of you needs in order to really move forward in a good way. And as I'm speaking there, I'm looking outside my window, and there's a cat who's just, his eyes are, he's kind of like peeking out of his window and staring at me. So there's a side of you that's, it's almost like you're trying to peek out from this dark space. And maybe there's a part of you that is in a dark space because of this walking away that you've had to do. Maybe there's a part of you that's in grief or in sorrow, or just in some way not ready for this new beginning, yeah? And is a little bit confused about what the new beginning is. And then towards the end of the month, what I'm getting is this energy is going to come through. And it's going to, with his sword, cut through the BS, cut through the confusion, and just say, listen to me. This is what you need to be doing. So again, there may be messages coming through, this time less passionate, but I mean, not less passionate, less friendly, and more like, come effing on, let's do this. So very sharp messages. If you didn't hear it the first time in the beginning of the month, you're going to hear it at the end of the month. And this confusion, I have a feeling, has to do with the question of purpose. Where do I want to put my energies? What purposes am I furthering with these choices that I'm making for creativity, in relationship? You know, this Page of Wands right here, when cards come through, they can come through and it's a different message each time. In some readings, this card can come through and it can be a message of passion and love and sexuality, and someone's calling to you saying, hey, let's go, I want to do this, let's do this together. Whatever it is for you, whether it's a love relationship, a creative impulse, a career impulse to go a different direction in your career, I think the confusion for you lies in asking yourself, what's my purpose, and is following this going to serve it? Right? And cutting through a lot of the you look at this card, you know, he's got this bird, and birds to me are messengers, right? He's coming through with a message of cut through the BS, get to the heart of what your purpose truly is, and get going, because it's coming in fast. You know, there's fast communications, and you know, maybe not all of you is on board with moving forward right now. Some parts of you are in confusion. Some parts of you are, you know, like the mystical, like the dream world, like some parts of you like that, the unknown and the deep void and the darkness. And you like hanging out there, right? Because it's a fertile ground. It's fertile ground. It's the field of all possibilities. And yet at some point, an impulse must come through so that creativity happens. And so that's the end of the month, I think, for you. You'll move through that, and at the end of the month, you'll finally get to clarity. Your spiritual guidance is the Hermit. Okay, so when I see this card, it's to follow the light within. So as you're moving through that dark period, as you're moving through the confusion, as you're moving through the tussling in your heart back and forth of, what do I really want? What is Spirit asking of me? What is my spirit asking of me? What is the life around me that I have built up asking of me? And go within, be the hermit, follow that light forward. Follow the beacon of light forward. You notice he's got his lantern, he's got his walking stick, and he's wisely, slowly just moving forward. Right? He's not confused. He's looking to the light. So look to the light, spend some time in contemplation, but put one foot in front of the other and follow your light forward. Okay, that is the message for you, Librans, this month. And I'm being guided to pull a gateway card for you guys. And that's this deck by Denise Linn. You've seen me use this before. Let's see what other messages and energies want to come through for you this month. Dear Libra, dear Spirit, dear Oracle, please give us one last message for Libras in love and spirituality for their post-eclipse season. Okay, for those of you who take the words and not the image, or take the image and not the words, following your bliss. My soul sings with joy. Okay, so in these two cards, both the Hermit and the Moon, right, there are pieces of lantern light. She's got a torch, he's got a lantern, but they're illuminating the way forward for you. And what I'm getting with this, you've got the sun and the moon and yourself in the middle, and it's a very whimsical card, right? She's playing the flute, she's sitting on top of a unicorn, or standing on top of a unicorn, or perhaps the unicorn is in front of her. And she's following her path, and she's listening within for what brings her joy. So in your tussling in your heart this month, listen for what brings you joy. And I think that's the light that you need to follow this month. There might be a split between joy and duty. Go towards the joy. There might be a split between joy and safety. Go towards the joy in whatever capacity that you can. Maybe it's a little bit at a time. And that's okay. All right, dear Libra, thank you. If you need a personal reading that is more personalized to whatever conflict in your heart this is alluding to, please reach out. My details are below. In the meantime, namaste, have a great month, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.